Although a vote is pending before the Committee on Rules,
we're pretty certain that items that are in the package at this time are likely going to be retained in the package.
Congressman Michael San Nicolas says some of those items that remain intact include $31 million for community block grants, $9.6 million for public housing, $27.5 million in home investment partnerships, $18.7 million in the Housing Trust Fund.
Those funds can be used to, of course, build inventory. They can be used to provide down payment assistance for low-income families. They can also be used to provide rental assistance for those outside of the Section 8 program.
There's also $150 million for school infrastructure, $45 million in highway funding, the extension of the child tax credit for another year, an increase in support for child care for families, tuition subsidies, and a big one, $345 million for the construction of a new hospital.
I'm hoping that, as this $345 million materializes, we can see $300 million in relief make its way out from that withholding that the governor has been doing. And there's a lot of things that can be done with that. We've never done anything for essential workers. So if we're looking for a pool to do that, that's definitely something that can do that. We also could, of course, provide more subsidies to help businesses employ people and begin ramping up our workforce development to get us ready for tourism reopening.
Governor Lulian Guerrero has not provided a spending plan for the almost $600 million she received in American Rescue Plan funds back in May, but she has made it very clear that she's setting aside $300 million of that to build a new hospital in the Eagles Field area of Manila.
There's a whole host of things that $300 million can be used for, and there certainly isn't a shortage of need.
What is needed and what the congressman has been fighting for is parity with the SSI program.
We have secured supplemental security income for the territories. That's going to basically make SSI available for Puerto Rico, Guam, American Samoa, and the U.S. Virgin Islands. This is something that we've been working on since day one of when we took office, and we were able to. We're just so happy to see the language was able to make its way into this package, this negotiated package.
The Rules Committee expected to vote on the Build Back Better measure next week. It'll then make its way to the House and then on to the Senate. The inclusion of these provisions, according to the congressman, follows over 2 months of intense negotiations. San Nicolas adds they're also very fortunate for the leadership of Guam GOP Chair Juan Carlos Benitez, who has pledged to support the Guam provisions and committed to penning a letter to congressional Republicans urging retention of Guam language in the bill. For Guam's News Network, Chris Barnett reports.